Own the keys to Maddy Prespakis tonight. Team in the comp last year. Collingwood were plus 59 in that match here in round.
Top of the square, but by the time the kick arrived, so had half a dozen other players. Off the hands of Bonici, the kick came in from Allen. It was taken by Prespakis. Tidy delivery to G. One of the competition's most improved players. Hill.
Out of her fingertips, Can. Sandwiched by Egan and Prespakis. Bring the mark. Tosses it off to Davey. He went the fend off. Dumped out of commission by Prespakis. One final chance for the Blues. And a sign of the frustration so far.
Performance from their team. And there it is, just on half-time. Maddy Prespakis and Bree Davey going at it. There's a bit of spice and feeling in this one.
To 20 points, waiting for that graphic on screen to update.
Gives it off quickly. Prespakis starting to have an impact. Goes to Hosking.
Great kick. That is elite kicking.
Jess Hosking, who's spent most of her career as a midfielder or a defender. She's played 22 AFLW games and has never kicked a goal. Very little margin for error. Livingston hoists it high. Prespakis, the only one to really attack it. Hill again. Flips it to Prespakis. We're going to call a lot of that over the next decade. Kick down the line is a good one. O'Day in front, couldn't complete the mark. Move
Across each line.
Georgia Stathis working hard again. Prespakis hailing a cab. And the umpire will reward. Oh, great release. G spirals a kick inside 50 to the resting Prespakis. Got a couple to beat. Can't shrug them.
Abated and not having much impact on the contest. Gamble lost it. Prespakis find it. And that's danger for the Dogs. Prespakis kick to the top of the square.
Downey to Prespakis in some space. Sets herself and delivers.
Fine Prespakis. Blackburn grabs her, gets there now. It worked out okay for the Blues. Prespakis,
who dropped the easy mark. She's kept her feet. Hartwig slinging underneath to force a contest. Prespakis calls for the free kick and will get it. It's a minute 40 left on the clock. Prespakis calls for Hosking to come towards her, and she blindly. Clever from Downey. Tapped it to Prespakis. Here's O'Day.
Did well. Hosking had Prespakis in support. Hosking. And they work it nicely by hands here, the Blues. They get themselves out of trouble, and here they go. They want to run and gun. G. Prespakis changes the angles, comes back in board. It's a good play. The Saints have got the extra defender. The Blues will come out to the defensive side of the ground here at Moorabbin. And what a mark, Prespakis.
Just get the ball through the big sticks.
Another strong tackle from Prespakis. Dylan still working hard. Here is Prespakis again on the left boot. Will it carry in the breeze? It will. She gets the bounce. And Maddy Prespakis, the youngster, stepping up when they need her.
Picked up here. They won't be happy with that, Peter Searle. And Mads just throws it on the left boot. But the proficiency of Maddy Prespakis on both sides of her body just keeps her in the contest. You see her off the back of the contest. Lapse in concentration there for the Saints. They should have manned her up. But
been everywhere, and there she is again, winning the clearance. Did it well, kept the ball in, found Moody. She might get it back if Moody can come in board. Egan has Prespakis now. They've got a nice build up here. She steps around the Saints defender. Now Moody just to whack it forward. Here is Prespakis starting to dominate this contest. Goes towards Harris. Can she take the mark? Couldn't quite. Time for either side to score. Prespakis again. Love how she looks to change the angles. Brings down Lucas Rod. She wants to get back on her right boot. There is Prespakis. Broke the Phillips tackle. Drives it to the top of the square and in front, Alison Downey. Prespakis straight back onto the ground and straight. She might be able to go the journey here, although unselfishly, it's been a feature today, I reckon, of the Blues.
That's obviously impressive. She kicked the 2 goals last week, but I don't think her impact is quite reflected in the stats. She's a very classy player and does some very smart things.
Wakefield got her, but the numbers with the Blues. Prespakis, McKay, Egan, Prespakis, underground, incredible skills. Back O'Day, Harris doesn't want to go the snap, unselfishly gives it to Prespakis, who finishes it in style. And finally, the Blues are on the board, early stages of this second term.
They're outnumbered, and then out the back, and you just take your opportunities. But for inside 50
towards Edwards, who fumbled it. Moody, Prespakis to make it 3 in a row, and the best and fairest in the league last year does just that. Harford said, get your head in the game, girls, and they have responded with the next 3 goals.
Half will be impressed. Successful spray.
What can't she do, Maddy Prespakis? We look at the midfield, she's getting the clearances, and then I'll just float forward and finish some of your work forwards if you can't do it.
Egan, although she's caught. Prespakis. High ball. A free kick against Courtner, is it? And she's not.
They got the flow, they got the link-ups, they were open. That would open the game right up, but Richmond's just denied them. So we've got to find another avenue.
Prespakis. She was hit by Kate Dempsey on the side. That won't bother her. She gets up, a little one-handed and back out to Conti, who's got space. She had 1-2 goes at getting it, and that's holding the ball. The 2 number 4s. How good is that? Prespakis got her.
How good's Prespakis been today? Forward, mid.
Prespakis at the fall of the footy. Gibbs, goalward, Vesio, best position, she'll play on, bang, she's got Carlton's first. And they're out now, the Blues, they look to run, kick over the top to Prespakis. Hill's continued, if she wants it, goes a little further to Plain, taps it down, Prespakis, off to Pound, down the line they go. Prespakis is back on, well there she is. She's got the left elbow heavily strapped. Oops. Prespakis, will she line up the big sticks? No, she decides to go short to G. Got it before. G over the top looking for Prespakis. Too much on it. She's won back the footy though into Gibbs. Gibbs directly in front and Gibbs slots one. Right spot at the right time. As Prespakis got the hand pass off to her and was able to just throw it on the boot from directly in front. Paul Hood will be disappointed though because there was a couple of into spills out. Barber with a little toe poke. Prespakis plays goalkeeper. Moody. Well, Prespakis was being
Great tap.
held on to well before she got the footy.
I probably want to hold on to her. Don't let her get away from you.
This will be disposal number 19. And she even spent some time on the bench with that elbow injury. Goes towards Stevens or over the top. Maybe this is a chance for Vesio off to Prespakis. She won't miss this, surely. She's just too good, Prespakis.
We'll just have a look at the positioning of Madison Prespakis. She is never out of the contest. And this is part of her game that we absolutely love. We know that she can accumulate the touches.
Kick out towards Higgins. She'll go for McWilliams against Prespakis. Interesting aerial battle. Prespakis wins the footy.
Run down, and that is the battle. Bowers versus Prespakis. She went again. Got it to Egan. Behind by Bowers, but Prespakis, the second effort. Delivers outside 50, but it's going to come back again. Prespakis with her 5th touch coming up.
Mids would be really helpful. Stop the ball coming in so far.
Final 30 seconds. Moody. Bowers taken down by a Prespakis tackle and rewarded. Prespakis 8th touch coming up. Bowers has had 5. Docker's setting up a heavy zone here. With that time in the forward half this quarter. Prespakis goes towards Vesio, takes front spot, was held.
Hard one, but Freo made him pay.
Prespakis to Loins.
Howarth is sweeping it behind. Wrapped up by Egan, and Prespakis comes on and makes her in that hard ball get. Loins gets the kick away. Prespakis tracking it towards the wing. Clean at ground level. Able to easily get around Darcy. Looking for Stevens at half forward. Prespakis takes the advantage when everyone was caught off guard. Some free run here now. Brooke Walker's got ample speed. Levi, really strong one-on-one here with Prespakis. Gee, have a bounce. There's plenty of space for the Blues, and Prespakis is by herself. You wouldn't know that they're coming off a 5-day break, Carlton. They're running out this beating a contested mark situation. Prespakis clean at ground level.
Bring it down for Parker and Carl over the top. So at ground level, Prespakis for Prespakis. Able to keep it in. Last year's MVP in AFLW. Fell short of that. Harris v Stevens, and an umpire has picked out a free kick.
Interesting.
Contact below the knees on Prespakis.
It's been busy early, Prespakis. working nice and hard.
Absolute weapon, and we know if Carlton can get it into their forward 50, Darcy will be there to...
No free kick that she might have been entitled to there. Umpire was happy with it, and here's Stevens on the lead.
Technique slightly.
Here is Prespakis.
Some slips for Australia when they kicked it off their foot. And
Loins and McKay again, and it spills out to Prespakis. Teammate. One-on-ones down the ground again here. And read well by Goodsir. Free kick as the tackle lingered though, and the advantage accrues. Vesio, can she run onto it? It should sit for her kindly here. Scoops it up and finishes. Goal number 16.
Sitting up here watching this, Prespakis gets it, knows the space is over the back. This is obviously...
Anyway, and Loins gets a shout from Prespakis on the wing. Time to get her eyes up and look for options, and guess who? The numbers, and it fell the way of Harris. Links up with Prespakis. Plain had to be quick. Ball in dispute here. It breaks the way of Allen, who took on a tackler. Or takes her time. And Prespakis looks like she's on track for 30 plus today. All that as Parker gets on the outside. Prespakis not rewarded for the tackle. Thought she was entitled to a free kick there. So